This poem is called Parfaits. Staring at the poreless skin of a 5-year-old West African girl via West Indies on the west side, and the way her eyelashes curl back, and she is named Asada, like Tupac's auntie, the FBI's most wanted Shakur, who they say killed a cop on the Jersey Turnpike and escaped to the Caribbean. 5-year-old Asada has a sister named Ladisu. She has been to Paris. Her dreads are a freshly incensed church. 2 months of failing at patois, working in this Baltimore, our commenters speak mythically of. We are not missionaries. I help children draw pictures. I do not belong in this poem. This is called bioluminescence, like a play on bioluminescence. I tie the waist of my dress on a flat concrete bridge. This is history brought by the future. The cliffs could crumble, insurance could be collected, the volleyball girls would turn their long blonde faces to the succulent sharp horizon. I enjoy paradise, it smells tawny. Could get used to it, but my guess was incorrect. I can't name purebred dogs, and my hormones can't build sandcastles. They need iodine, Japanese-style, childless, raw, Pacific, in a selfish woman's wardrobe. You had a brief moment to vacate your own premise. A 60-year-old white man fist pumps the setting sun. For 1 week I was in on a joke. Wondering if the water gives a shit about the rock, and wondering if the rock gives a shit about the water. They shape each other and only one moves fast enough. Focus on a single place and it goes slow-mo. Water like gel, translucent figs, reflects wavy. Glimmers on gradient thighs. Arch your back, braid your hair. Sun flush like sex drugs. Hold oxygen in your palm. Blow it away. Blow harder. Remember being 7. Remember Little Mermaid. Remember 18. Remember bathysphere. Remember the present. Forget the future. Remember the future. Did it hurt? Then I'm undersizing the push to fight downstream where things could get gory. The river pushes you, not you it. You don't. We are hoping for a glimpse of a wild animal, so we can inhale quickly, say, ooh. But this borrowed dog is almost the sweetest, and the wondering goes on. Expecting doublespeak or scrolling suspicions, a hot, fleshy thing breathing, in this persistent scrimmage with the photogenic, the voluptuousness of plants, all things ripe in 2D, panders to encouragement, glowing proof. We were here another day. I was beautiful where they didn't see me. This is old. I have like 2 old ones. Dear Mama, these wheat-colored girls are always soft in the sun and they have me throwing half my clothes in the trash. So I'm still reading Sassy magazine in our attic in 1993. But I remember this dream I had in 2010. God said, stop making awkward faces. And how did I put it? He was a faceless marble Roman with human hair. Immortality on the radio. Loneliness advertises sex to others' lovers. Derivative gains. Style is a real estate. Adolescence floats heavy in the temporary smobs of historic row houses. And we like it, and we like it. In this eternal hustle of opulent poverty, how can we ever dream family when family tells us dream money? Frog back in the pan, first bubbles of the boiling. Bread for it. Sticky hands, equator eyes, thighs grown for pushing, back to water, back to carbon. Under the pressure of birth, the whole sky a diamond in the days after heaven. Something slow pulling behind my eyes, a soft meaty lizard, squirming mechanical, gauzy, forced out of sleep. Calf leather belly pressed to fluff foam in a brief rubberized fever. Cayman lids retracting over silicone on cornea. I can't believe I'm still a baby. The bed is hot, but the air is cold. The room kind of blue like only sleeps in the still dark or early light. I want to slide my arms between these eyelash feathers and your glassy smile. After 9 minutes, another bell rings. Fear of nothing doing, Documentation. Our reputation is known. We didn't like the attitude of that flower or her high-headed public wilting. I scrolled through and felt some sympathy for your friend. Something clearly written, poignant as needles, clever as wincing, selfish as plight, an empath preceded by your outfit's safety in taking one for the teeth. This is called Carenta Anon, which is two people, one being named Carenta, the other one not named. I put my arms around the young widow, I put my arms around the queen of the Congo, and yes, she bustled swag in wild textile dresses, no longer as bushmate or a pygmy. While a virus raged in the Lioness Mountains, I was getting paid to bead bracelets with her daughters. I put my arms around Peshawar province. She was 17 and would have you believe shrapnel was a henna allergy. And we don't say victim. The survivors of these wars might not want to be cradled, as if all dark-featured women constitute their own flawed species where we saw something cute. Grace was never expected. Instinct was never civilized to men who did not need it. It's the last one. Alone in my mother's kitchen, Ann Carson, where's your radio? Another mere, grown still girl. The screen is fear, the gaslighter wills it. My mother spins on 4 wheels, the short girl reaches shelves for her. Production of dinner, a slow pretend. The plates are tired bitches. The gaslighter insists. The screen returns. You take ugly the wrong way. A pinky nail filed to a point is the new pope. A hot bath is a slow wail. A fever is glass eyes. The attic is always a mad woman. The body is charcoal and sugar. The gaslighter compels it. The persona ceases with surveillance's lapse, while the kitten's belly firms into cat. Larger fangs, longer stare, daughter soul that sags unnoticed, without explosive device, no electrical hazard here. Grown still girl, slow and only until the gaslighter tilts, freezes.
Seems like every
Checking the mic. Yep.
when the weather gets bad, I start to remember all the good love we had. The long nights get longer. I wish a friend would come by. Forecast is 0. You know, chill factors high on a clear windy day.
Much more awkward of a fade than expected. Cool, calming claim. Cast me in bronze in this very spot. I'll stay put forever, covered in a cowering stance, cheap marker black and candy red leather. I'll run a tab a mile long, a monument to all gone wrong, forever and ever, amen. How late a rumble, standing high on small shoulders, too late for coattails, no time for wanton praise. Only achy brain, hard-struck eyes swung low, salted the floor, loose grain of carpet, loose lights above. A hard weight saddled on some slight-shouldered prop. Up along the edges, some loose-spoken thought, some strained and sloppy selections trying to give the gist, a compiling of interest and searching hard for. It can all seem to be one way or another. Don't make no more mind to anyone else or else. Epiphanies are harder to come by on Mondays, he said. This was a bad joke. Now, even worse. Coarse and coldly driven out, a mere slight of deluded distraction. Call me a slouched and sordid sight, all oozing with ambiguous interest and slumped intent. A portion of full flesh and slobbered ideas poured out only when desperate and needing of somber realism. A clear weight on a saddled head, long bearing a saturated stream of backlog and soft-sightedness cooing clearly in its ears. The problem of others, far too heavily felt, too much to consider and wonder over the weight felt in ways you can only think over, parked, idle, waiting for the music to turn itself off, give you a clear reason to walk inside. The problems of others, a clear reminder of distance and depth. The problem of the other, a detached stare from behind the moving glass of a fixed window seat outlook, leaving them quickly behind with their own life, and on to the next, and on, and on. Spare it, bring it out over dry ground over so many months. It is only in times of great self-qualification and dire strategizing that one worries clear and closely over dying. The best way to stay a well-liked man, leave town as often as you possibly can. Ask tonight what it's doing with itself these days. Forgiven fog, simple shapes and tired shreds, longful. A sour slumber, rest heavy on moving feet, wide-eyed and weary. Some strange crave towards feigned grace, or otherwise wait and fumble forwards into light of late day, and look towards nothing other than the steady list of deeds, and lack thereof, of cool calming claims to deeds done, proof, waiting on proof of potential, a hard weight on the shoulders. And all plant feet in, all linger then, a lone character actor still standing on an unlit stage long after his scene has ended. An orchestral gush, spread thin your stranger boy vibes, you are wood and wrought with careful moves. It's all been done, but it's been done successfully, she said, from the outermost seat at that table. Perfect gestating on a blank gesture. A stupid common phrase from a common tongue falls out aimless in the bored late light. O blank wordless day, smooth and slow, nothing, like a summer hymn sings true and uncalculated. A slow weight lifted, common languages spread thin, In the alleyway, a call for distraction is all that is needed. New needs now meant only wantonly, with further delay and wishful pondering. A floundering fish still afloat. I like to think I run often, just by owning the shoes. Funny, funny, funny. What's so funny? Some minor slip away caught in a cold moment, rubbing legs together like dry branches, all to stay warm. Small fires and open-ended phrases, say at once loudly, what's so funny? And wait, endless, for a response to your call, and all that comes is an echo, long-winded, returning your question to you. What's so funny? And at that you are satisfied with one light laugh, all yours, all your own, all yours alone, evaporates in the air, scorched by the spotlight, blocking your view of the darkened room behind it. A crowd gathered in expectation. Bright lights stiffen all in front of them, slow time, and now the crowd, long gone, is left behind only a hollow phrase echoing in the room after their exit. Funny, funny. And you linger long on one single chuckle, sweating in the spotlight, one good joke slowly forming. Vague fantasy. At some fine art gathering, sitting alone in a chair in the corner, I yelled to an affluent elderly woman, "There is too much hypocrisy in the world," who told me everything is going to be fine in a dream last night. This or any other thing does not make things any clearer. Receiving impending text messages in a dream. The girl shows off her plastic surgery and curls up to show how she can sleep in her suitcase. What the hell is on my mind? Makings of a life countable and counted daily. A funeral procession stuck in traffic. AC squealing in stiff, harsh light. Man idly hums calypso in the bathroom stall beside me. Typical myth creation. Note nothing down. Strain to replay it. All in your mind. Screen it endless until you are part of the recreation. Create a relationship to your own fiction. Gray and ambiguous. A shadow cast in a dim room. Then leave town and let the memory settle. Strain for perspective. Think of a person. Allow room for mystery. Span languid time, murky, undefined. Make little contact. Gestate. Oh, ugly word. Phantom phone vibrations inside pocket. Phone grumbles while asleep on kitchen counter. We all have dreams. Small, smoldering sound. A plane ripping through jet stream and making sounds like the edge of earth uncurling. And me, just some dot sitting idly under. In grass, late light. Some sad, silly logic keeps a mind away from actively noting the ease that you bring, and to remember how it was to not know you, to unknow the ease around you. Some strained, simple logic can keep a mind awake. Granola and peanut butter, a beard in fear. Oh boy, oh no. Wave to the side and wild some. I always liked a party. Not sure I always liked talking. Like to see a night in motion. Things a-movin' doesn't mean I have to be. Only full of smooth interest and clouded vision. A fixed point, a squandered evening. As soft as they come. Call me coddled. I'll reply. This poem's called, "I'm Sorry I Did Not Respond to Your Email." Exercising houses, cold coffee and lollipops, put plastic flowers over the old everywhere, kaput. A small move, shuttling ghosts around, back and forth, sick with ambitions and cold, cold feet. A man's bland desire to leave behind some marker in stone or dirt to be gazed upon eternal. Ain't we all the builders of stupid monuments, big blank spots? Legacy, legacy, legacy. All lunatics for sordid legacy, and me, the largest of all. Build a bird bath instead. Let the pond scum grow green, fresh algae over where I lay. Build a bench. Let me rest at the bottom of a sandbox instead. Bury me in ice. I'll keep my cool forever. O lunatic's legacy. And I just stand there stupefied, awaiting close-up work and a blocked door exit. Man beatboxes on the glass, intermittently slapping himself in the face, and me seemingly unknown to him in what? To wait, to return home, saunter around the kitchen, a real king of the castle, quietly snacking. My life has become a strange dream, and oh to know it, don't you know it. All the machines hum and hiss a coy and quiet breath in the ears as I stumble, then stand, staring aimless from one side of the apartment to the other and back again. King of the castle, rich with indecision. Oh, what needless sentiment. Thanks, guys.